many of them have come out with really full-voiced support for you. How does that make you feel when you know that the players now are positive responses?
I always feel great when I get, like anybody would, anytime you get something positive said about you, you all feel great about it. But, like I said, the thing about, the opportunity in front of us with Miami is really the focus, but I certainly appreciate positive remarks as anybody would.
Rex, one of the things the guys have talked about is here, especially the guys who are in their first year here, reflecting on this past year, is your style and how you kind of approach games. Is your coaching style, and I know probably that's a lot of part of your personality too, but
right.
You decide that this is the way I want to coach.
I just think you're a product of your environment, and I think I grew up around, NFL locker rooms all my life, and I'm going to formulate who I am. I've learned enough and saw guys that were the most effective teacher, coach, whatever, was guys that were themselves. Some of the other guys that it seemed like it's maybe weren't as effective as a leader or coach, whatever, is maybe they were out of a textbook or something. I mean, I almost saw that. So for me, obviously there's different ways of being successful in life, and this, but I knew I had to have my own style. And, look, I was afforded some great opportunities growing up, the son of Buddy Ryan and all that, but I knew I had to be myself. And even though I have a twin brother in New Orleans, we're still going to be, he's going to be Rob Ryan, I'm going to be Rex Ryan, and that's just the way it is. I think that's how you at least I feel, is the best way to do it.
Right. Do you think your style is that, Sunday's game is Sunday's game, worrying about the Dolphins, all that? Given the chatter about everything else, what would it mean to you to walk out of that stadium Sunday with a win?
That's why we're going down there, to win. That's that'd be big for me, because that's, that's why you take the field. And I think part of that is, 8-8's better than 7-9 without question. Like, hey, I even figured that one out. Even my biggest enemies will say, okay, you got that right. But it's, I say about this game on Sunday, I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to competing against Miami, because I think it will be a great test for us, and it'll be a testament to how far this team's improved, or has it. Maybe I'm, haven't seen the big picture. I think we are improving, and the product on the field Sunday, I think will be evident of that.
Is this game bigger than any other game, though?
Well, it's the biggest one left in the season. I think we could agree to that. It's the last one, but no, I think I see where you're coming from, because I think it could be based on the fact that, where we are and all that, and, how much that team really handled us, previously. Let's see if we are getting better as a team. Well, obviously, we're not, we never made the playoffs, but let's see, where we're at heading into the offseason.
Rex, you talked a little bit about your style. Do you think that your style has changed over the years? If so, in what ways?
No, I don't think so. I just, just myself, so that's easy.
Rex, sometimes coaches are concerned or worried, when you have a prominent player like Gino who's going back home to play, but with his room, kind of room temperature and just unflappable nature, do you feel like he won't be, I guess you probably feel he won't be too jacked up, right?
Well, I kind of think it's a good thing to have a player like, a little extra hyped. We'll see if that's true or not, because I think there's, I'm always a guy that I always say, play the hometown hero, or, local product or something like that, whether you're returning home, as Gino is, or whether you went to school at the University of Miami or somewhere like that. I always think there's something special to it. And players tend to play better when they're in that kind of environment, when they go home. So local hero, whatever it is, my old football coach that I had in college showed me that. And what it was, he showed all of us. We had a running back, it was like a third-string tailback, and Yeah, I never thought he was anything, but we were playing his former school that he had transferred from, and he started him. He played this kid, and he went for like 150 some yards. It was like, what the heck? He goes, they're always that extra motivation. And, maybe we saw it last week with David Nelson scores 2 touchdowns against a team that cut him. That probably felt good. But I think sometimes there's a little extra, whether you're going home, you're showing off in front of, your home crowd or whatever it is.
Can somebody try to do too much, though, sometimes?
Yeah, maybe some. Maybe that could happen, but, I'm excited to watch it.
Does that a little bit play into, what you do with the captains every week? A lot of times you'll have guys who are from the area, there's some sort of ties. Is that kind of where that comes from?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you see this as a statement game in any way?
No, I don't see it necessarily as a statement game unless we're seeing it as a statement that, where we are, how we're heading into the off season, and how much we have improved or have we improved, from, maybe I'm overestimating it or maybe not, so I think that's what this is going to prove. Because like I say, certainly we're going to get everything Miami has. And so they're going to be peaked out at their very best. So that won't be a question. They look passive. Really? They got to make the playoffs. So we won't hear that excuse. It's going to be their best against our best, and let's see how we fare.
Are there players who, if they play well in Miami, make a case for being on this roster next year?
Oh, there's always that. I think any game that you go into, you're always evaluating things. And quite honestly, as coaches and as evaluators, you always start from the last game. You might watch every game, but you're going to start with the very last game.
And do you think that you will have more autonomy if you can put together a couple wins kind of coming out of the season? Do you think that gives you a little bit more autonomy?
I see how you angled that one. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm just worried about Miami. Focused on Miami. So is Bruce.
Can you talk a little bit about later the Pro Bowl things going to be announced? Mo seems to be, he might be your best chance to have a guy out there. Can you talk about what he's done this year?
Yeah, I'd be shocked if he isn't, on that list. Nick Folk he'd have to be on that list, I would assume, or think. There's guys that have had good years. Brickashaw, hard to imagine a Pro Bowl without Brick in it. So, I'm sure there's a lot of guys had some good solid seasons. So we'll see. But obviously, if Mo doesn't make it, I don't get it. It's personal. Somebody doesn't like Mo Wilkerson for some reason.
Okay, he's being the guy that just progressed pretty steadily. How far can he go?
Well, I don't know. It's he's pretty darn good, and it's just he just keeps working. That's why he's gotten to where he is. He works every day on that practice field, and so you just see his play improving. And I think that his teammates around him have improved as well. And those guys push each other. And so, sky's the limit for him, I think, if he keeps with the same work ethic that he's shown.
Do you think Sheldon deserved to get fined?
What's that?
Do you think Sheldon deserved to get fined?
I don't know what he get fined for this time.
Talking about the Browns game.
Oh, I can say this. The officials have a tough job to do. This is where I'm not going to get fined. The officials have a tough job to do, and they're trying their very best. I know that for a fact. I also understand, that we need to protect our players. I get that. I absolutely get that. With that being said, I'm not going to answer the question. All right, guys? Yep.